So I woke up and decided I wanted to go to the beach today. First things first, I gotta cross this. Okay, now I'm at the Central Station. Whoa. Now I'm at the Central Station in Jerusalem. Well, I'm trying to find it, and then I'm gonna take the train. This was the first and last time I'm ever taking Israeli public transportation. An elderly Jewish man sat across from me on the train, and when it came above ground, I took out my camera to record the view, and he went and told a worker that I was recording him and making him feel uncomfortable. Luckily, a Palestinian guy who lives in 48 was able to translate from Arabic to Hebrew my defense, but I still ended up crying. Okay, so I'm here on the train now. I'm here on the train now. I missed the other one. It took me like a few trains to realize that the train I need to be on is not above ground, it's underground. But we made it. This one leaves in like 20 minutes. Wait, less than. It felt very racist as I was the only visible Muslim on the train, and why on earth would I care to record you? They also didn't speak any English, and I don't speak Hebrew, so I was very lucky that a Palestinian was there to help. So after 2 buses and a train, I have finally made it to Yaffa. During the 1948 Nakba, 98% of Palestinians in Yafa were kicked out, leaving less than 4,000 of a 120,000 population. And today there's a total of 700,000 refugees from Yafa. This was the infamous clock tower that was built in the early 1900s during the Ottoman rule. It is one of 7 clock towers that they had built, and it is made from limestone. And here is a masjid. This is so beautiful. Here is the dome at the front. Oh, here's the entrance to the masjid. Okay, these are so cool. Wow. Okay, so this is the woman's part of the masjid I'm about to walk into. Looks like I'm gonna be the only one here. Okay, let's go in. Wow, mashallah. Oh, this is on the back side of the door. This is the beautiful ceiling. The chandelier. And then we have this. Yafa is one of the world's oldest port cities, dating back over 4,000 years. Because of this, it was a major economic and cultural center and a very important city in historic Palestine. Yafa was famous around the world for its citrus industry, specifically its oranges. Yafa was also home to major Palestinian newspapers such as the Filastin and publishing homes, cinemas, athletic clubs. Because of its location, it was nicknamed Arus al-Bahr, Bride of the Sea. Wow. MashaAllah. Wait, just look at this view. Why is it not? The Palestinians that were able to remain in Yafa after the 1948 Nakba were concentrated into a neighborhood called Al-Ajami, which was then surrounded by barbed wire and turned into a military-controlled ghetto. Like in other cities, Palestinian homes, businesses, farms, and properties were seized through the 1950 absentee property law. The new illegal Israeli state began the Judaization of Yaffa, replacing Arabic street names with names of Zionist leaders, as well as demolishing Palestinian architecture and erasing the city's Palestinian history from public spaces and in schools. Today, around 20,000 Palestinians still live in Yafa, but they continue to face housing insecurity, eviction, demolition, discrimination, and gentrification. Okay, pausing the educational lesson here while we appreciate this door. Like everything about this, the stone, the plans, this was just so beautiful. Okay, here's a flor de maga. Okay, so anyways, for decades, Palestinians in Yafa have organized to defend their homes, lands, schools, businesses, and identity. Community organizations have fought evictions, challenged demolitions, and organized protests and educational programs. Okay, by the way, now we're walking from the old city to my favorite restaurant. And I love Yafa. It's so beautiful, but the settlers have really ruined it. Okay, at last, I have finally made it to the old man and the sea. Okay, so this is the Denise fish. Besides the settler presence taking away from a Palestinian's ability to enjoy fully the Yafa experience, it is still one of my favorite cities in Palestine, and inshallah, once we achieve liberation, I would love to come live here. Just gonna sit here and listen to the waves for a bit, maybe read. I don't know. I just wanted to be by the sea today, so here I am. I eventually walked to a grassy park where I sat under a tree and read. Gaza is only 40 miles south of Yafa, so in the sky I was hearing. It was deeply unsettling and gut-wrenching. I then saw a young Palestinian boy riding on his horse throughout the park, and it was such a beautiful sight to see. Regardless of the occupation, Palestinians will still continue to find the enjoyment in everyday life. Okay, now I'm going to start explaining the crazy experience I had trying to get back from Yafa to Jerusalem on public transportation. Multiple people in my family asked why I didn't just ask for someone to take me here, but I love to solo travel and go at my own pace. So this is my aunt's name, and there's a sign. So all of the trains to Jerusalem. Ooh, I'm out of breath. All of the trains to Jerusalem. So all of the trains to Jerusalem were canceled because there was a fire on the track. So now I'm trying to figure out how to get back to Jerusalem on the bus. And look. Okay, so after I crossed down that bridge, two Israeli soldiers approached me and informed me that they were informed that I was a security risk because I was recording a military base. And did I know that that was a military base? And I was like, no, we're literally in a downtown. I was just recording the protests. So then they asked to see my ID. And I was like, okay, can you make it quick, low key, because I'm trying to catch this bus. But at the time, I didn't know that the protest was blocking the buses. And then they asked where I'm from. So I was like, Chicago, I didn't want them to like further search my name. And I literally, my phone was dying. And I'm pretty sure they saw the life flash before my eyes. And so, yeah, I was able to get on the bus and I took a screenshot of the route that I needed to go. But my phone kept dying. So I eventually asked the bus driver if he knew what stop I had, like the name of the stop, and he didn't know the name of the stop. So, alhamdulillah, I remembered the bus number, and then he told me I had to get off at the next stop. So, my phone died, and I'm waiting for the next bus.
No, no, ready.
Hopefully I know where to get off. I don't know. I took the bus in the wrong direction. I was counting, I was using my like Muslims we use this istighfar counter. Wait, let me show you. Okay, this, you see? So I was using it to count the amount of bus stops that I had to pass, which was 16, to get off at my stop. But eventually, I was the only person left on the bus. But alhamdulillah, my bus driver this time was Palestinian. So I asked him if we were heading towards the old city, and he was like, "No, we're heading in the opposite direction. We're in Ain Kadam now." And I was like, "Bro," so he was like, "You need to get off this bus right now and go in the opposite direction." But as I'm crossing, that bus flies past me. So I'm like, "Okay, I know I have like 5 to 10 minutes until probably like 10 minutes until the next bus comes." So I go across into this gas station. Again, alhamdulillah, the workers are Palestinian, so they were able to let me charge my phone. While my phone turns on, I'm checking the maps. I notice that if I don't make the bus that's coming in literally 3 minutes, that I would miss the last bus that would take me back to Columbia checkpoint. So I sprint back. I write down the name of the bus stop on my hand so that I make sure if my phone dies again, I know the name of the stop that I have to get on. Alhamdulillah, I made it back. I crossed the checkpoint. I just took a taxi home from the checkpoint, and it took me a total of 6 hours. It was definitely an experience. It was very scary at times, being visibly Muslim, visibly Palestinian, having random Israeli settlers walking around with their machine guns and having those guns like tap into you as they're walking past you. And at the time, of course, I was very committed to wearing my hijab, but it added another layer of like risk, especially, solo traveling into these occupied 48 lands. Alhamdulillah for the experience. Alhamdulillah, I made it back okay. Next time for sure, I will just ask someone to drive me there and go with me. But like I mentioned before, I do love to solo travel. I like to go at my own pace. And I just woke up that day and wanted to go to the beach, but yeah.